Charlie here. I came out to one of the spots I just got permission to go prospecting on, but with all this recent rain, I'll just show you guys here. The water's a little high because usually through here there's a bunch of bedrock that you can usually see, and back there behind those trees, that's usually all dry. So I don't think I'm going to be able to prospect in this spot today, but I'm going to go check out another location that I wanted to check out and see. So I'll go look at the other spot, see how that looks there. If the water's too high there, then I might not be able to run today. So I'll go down to one of the other spots a little bit further downstream and show you that spot too. So I'll be right back. So this is still at the same park, but just wanted to show another location where it widens out here. You can see that back there's another waterfall by all that large chunks of rock, and then there's a little island in between here, and then there's these awesome waterfalls that feed through here in multiple different spots. When the water's lower here, this spot out here where it's really turbulent, there's a lot of nice gravels down in here and all in this area here, and same with over in the backside over here, which is another place I want to hit. But sometimes you got to check your spots to make sure that the water hasn't affected it much. I hadn't had a chance to get out yet. But off to the next location. And as you can see, all these bigger rocks that you see all over the place, they're scattered everywhere. That's a good sign to me that this is like a glacial deposit area where you can see all these huge worn rocks that have been tumbled and moved by glaciers. And as you come down into the creek here, I mean, there's huge boulders. That's probably about the size of a shed right there. And then come down into the creek here, and you got large chunks of exposed bedrock that are sticking up right out front here. Like what I'm standing on right here is bedrock. You can see how it's all split open. There's larger boulders and stuff that's been moved and everything like that. Got to make sure I don't slip here. But this whole creek is just filled with them. You can see some of those trees got knocked over and they were sitting on bedrock back there. But this is just the one location. It's a large campground. I'll be posting a location of it in my Patreon. It's one of those things that I want to do a group dig. There's a few spots that I want to check out here, see if I can find anything. And once I do is when I'll set up a group dig and get everybody out here and we'll all see what we can find. Wouldn't you know it? The water's high here too. And on the other side is the lake. But I know there's some awesome gravels down in the bottom over here and down around that bend. There's a boil hole in the bedrock down at the bottom of this waterfall, and this is a man-made dam here for running the water. But down here in the bottom where you can see it swirling there, there's an awesome spot down in there. And as you see in the woods here, there's a bunch of larger stone deposits from all the glaciers and stuff that came through here. This is nothing man-made or moved. I mean, we'll probably walk down this trail here and show you a few of them. I mean, there's large rocks up here. All of this stuff. Walk down here around this corner, see if there might be anything easier for working down here. I mean, all sorts of rocks through here. But I'm gonna get down by the creek and see if there's anything I can get into down here. If not, I'll be having to come back. So let's see if I can find something here. Yeah, the water's so high on the lake right now that it's actually running over the road here. But it did just show me another spot I might be able to actually try. As you see, there's a big hump of bedrock that comes down right here, and it's all washing everything down into that little gully and down. And I'll walk around and I'll show you what I got when I get there. You get this little creekway that's usually dry, so might be able to set the sluice up in here, classify a bucket or two, and see if we can find anything. So wish me luck. So I got the sluice up and running. From down over here, there was a pretty decent little gravel bar with some stuff where it comes up and then drops back down again, right over here. And then I took some shovels out from where I can punch through here, but there's way too many large rocks in this area for me to get in with my shovel and try and get anything. That's why I went further down over here. And I'm running short on time from having to drive from location to location and try and find a spot to get even in the water. So I might be able to run just this one bucket that I got here. Been putting it on and letting it go. It's doing a pretty good job. I haven't seen anything yet, but it's one of those things that I'll pan it out once I get home and check it out. I'm just gonna run this bucket, get everything back in. Like I said, it's starting to rain again and it's supposed to pick up, so I'll be back. I got the sluice all cleaned up and I got it all packed out. I got all the concentrates in the bucket here. I'll go through that once I get home. Once I get home, I'll show you guys what I got. This is the location of that little runoff. It comes through here and washes through all these big boulders and all those heavy gravels. Like I said, I can't penetrate some of that stuff in there. Even down here where I was able to get in, it was really hard. There's a lot of big rocks in this area, as you can see, along this hillside here, which I have to climb back up now. But so you guys want to get back home? Yep, from across the lake, the water runs over here. And it's a nice little channel. It runs all the way down in there. And I was right down over there. Alright, everybody. So I'm back at home, busy going through these concentrates. As you can see, that black sand is starting to show up all through in there. Once I get it panned down a little bit more, I'll bring you back and show you what I got. So I'll be back in just a little bit. And here's the gold for that one bucket I ran today. I'd say that's pretty awesome. Some nice bigger flakier pieces in there. I think I got a good spot. I'll just have to wait for the water to go down and get into that creek. Alright everybody, good night.